spore escaping this week, it was decided that I need to know how to inflate the tyres with the Bush Ranger compression system. I've learned that you put the connections for the inflating bit and the power cord on first and make sure everything's turned off. Then you get the two clips and you put them onto the battery in the car, and red goes to red, black goes to black. If you've got the car running, then it's better because you're not taking the charge from the battery. Then you walk around to the tyres that you want to inflate, take the little cap off, connect the compressor, and then add the amount of air that you need. In this case, we were making the caravan tyres about 55 because I'm only going to be mainly on road. And now I really do have an idea. I really hope that I never need to use it, but now I know, and it's always in the back seat. I'm solo again, John's at work, and I've got a little bit of extra time. So I was saying to John that I really wanted to go for a bit of a bigger trip, not so local. And I should never talk near my mobile phones. On my news feed for Facebook, so many Grampian things that they've sold me, and I'm going to head there today. I'm actually 2 days late just due to Anzac Day and something else happening. And this is my first stop for lunch. I've come down the highway and I've stopped at Holbrook, and I'm stopping here because when I was a child, this submarine was here, and I remember climbing over it with my father, and my mother obviously was with us as well, and my brother, and we used to always stop here. My father loved it, so I couldn't help myself when I saw the sign, it's about lunchtime. There's a good bakery here, there's quite a few antique shops, and there's something to look at, and there's also 2 or 3 good coffee shops. But really the main attraction to stretch your legs is climbing up this thing. So there's little steps and you can climb up. You used to be able to go down underneath it, but I think that's sealed now. They also have some other artifacts, and if you go into the information centre, you can do a periscope experience. I'm not going to do it today, but what a beautiful place to start a trip off from. It's been such an easy drive down the highway. I've come quite far. I had planned to stop at Tarcutta, but it was just too early. And for those that don't know, Tarcutta is the official halfway town between Sydney and Melbourne. Alright, I've driven for a long time. I haven't seen a car anywhere, and the GPS has just told me to come up this road, and this is where a free camp will be, river crossing. I don't know if it's going to be, but I'm in the middle of nowhere, so we'll see how long this road goes for and what's at the end. It's just a little adventure, and I've always got petrol, so I can always drive away. Oh, and there's people camping down here, so that's good. Yay! Suddenly feel better about it. All right, I'm glad it's not dark, and it looks like there's a few spots I can just pull up. Ah, excellent. And there's more than one person. I always like either 2 other people or no other people. I know that sounds funny. This is the creek. I'm going to make sure I keep my screen door closed because some of it's not moving very quickly, so there might be mosquitoes. There have been birds everywhere, and the old tree that is just behind my van has so many hollows in it that I'm starting to think that there has to be possums or something. And there's this walkway. So I'm going to have a look. I was hoping for a great sunset, but it's just very, very cloudy all of a sudden, and the people said that there is rain expected. So we'll see. There's sheep in this paddock, but the gate's open and there's no private property warning. I think people come down here to fish, not sure what, but the people over there have quite elaborate fishing rod setups. So I'll just have a little look. Well, this would have to confirm that I'm allowed up here, because there's like a post where you put your camera on, take a photo and send them to an email address, which I've taken a copy of. There's so many little birds darting around, it's quite cute. Just saying, could this campsite get any better? The water's down there, there's so many birds around playing, and now look at the sunset. Absolutely stunning. I don't think I'll eat dinner the way I'm going. There's just so much to do. My friendly friends are back. Good morning. What a great place to camp. It was so quiet and there was only the 3 vans, one of which has left already, but you just didn't hear them leaving. Yesterday evening I walked up one way of the river, and this morning I thought I'd go this way because there's signs saying it's a walking track. And my friends are here. The corellas and the cockatoos. Oh my gosh, so many of them coming in now. The locals actually told me you used to be able to camp all the way along here, but that these old red gums were in distress. So the council's closed it off for them to recover, and they've also tidied them up with their limbs and stuff. But when it reopens, this would just be even more beautiful to camp on. Look at up here. No wonder the guy that was camping near me last night had so many fishing rods. And I was like, oh, I wonder where you're going to fish with them. But I suspect he's fishing here. Very cool. While I'm waiting for the shower to heat up and boiling the kettle, I have just started to pack up. And it's not that I'm in a hurry, but look, this is the sunrise over here. And then look how dark it's getting. Really dark, really quickly. And the locals that were here last night said that it's supposed to really pour down with rain. So I thought I'd just get a little bit done, because I can always have a shower and just get dressed with the mattresses all packed up. And the funny thing is, all the birds are like squawking and in a bit of a fuss, which makes you think that it's absolutely going to just bucket down any minute. They're all moving off. I drove past some solo art last night on the way in, and I'm thinking before I head to the Grampians I want to go back and see what it is, but we'll see again if it's raining or not. Well, possibly the dodgiest way to find a piece of solo art ever. I was driving along going, oh, I remember that signpost that said curve, bridge on curve, or oh, that's the house that they were building that I thought looked really cool. Anyway, I did it. I came to it and I found it, and it was just 32 minutes away, so just close, and it's a magnificent one. Look at this. From this angle, the train driver looks like he's actually coming out of the cab looking at you. It's very, very clever. And he sort of follows you. I don't know how they've done that. Very good. They hold tractor pulling races here but it must be big because it's celebrated. Well, I'm back on mission and I'm heading towards the Grampians. I think it'll take me a few hours to get there, and then I'm going to have a look around for a few days. So I'll see you on the other side.